What's up? So if in this journey of fixing your low back you find that one side is significantly tighter than the other side, welcome to the club. I was in the exact same spot, but now after building these movements I can say that my lower back is balanced completely in strength and mobility, and it's never felt better than right now. So I want to show you what I actually did to make that transformation. The key here is single side movements. So if you have a low back that's tighter on one side than the other, you'll need movements that will isolate one side and the other instead of training them both at the exact same time, because then you're going to favor the side that's stronger naturally. And this isn't subject to equipment variations. My transformation and the recommended route that I give to anyone starts with no equipment and just an elephant walk. My starting point was lower back rounded, hands on the floor, but I was way up here when I started, and you're probably thinking, how is this a one-sided movement? Well, you're not just doing a stretch here, you're bending and extending one side at a time, and you'll find, yeah, my legs are only moving, but I will say that my low back, you feel the stretch on one side, then the other side, and the fact that you're actually supporting your hands with something makes this the safest variation out of any movement that you can do, because you can start on a desk, you can work your way down, you can lower the pads over time, and the goal here, I like doing 15 to 20 reps per side, slow reps, do not speed this up. Make your quality for every movement that you do. Make the intent to have perfect form, and that's why I recommend filming yourself. I don't just film myself for videos. I have a folder on my computer with hundreds of days of my training clips. I film last set of every movement that I do, so it's not something that I just ask people to do. I do it myself. Now the goal here with Elephant Walk is to work your way down to the point where you can go fists to floor and your legs fully extended, to the point where now this is a comfortable position for me. But years ago, if I just tried that right off the bat, I would have probably ended up in the back of an ambulance. So the Elephant Walk gives us a great starting point to start rounding our back, to start training individual sides and lengthening the surrounding areas. Now I want to get even more specific to the lower back. The quadratus lumborum is a muscle that runs from your pelvis to your rib cage, and it attaches to every individual spine segment of the lower back. So when you bend side to side, it's stretching that muscle and strengthening it. So if you've ever had disc issues, the stronger you get here, the more protected your low back is what I'm trying to get at. And I won't even start with weight first, because if I started with weight when I first had my disc herniation in the lower back and I did this with weight, I don't even want to know what would happen. So when I started, I would have had to do it assisted. So I'm going to pull this out. You can use anything for it though. Now, which foot is in front, which foot is in the back? It's up to you. Try out both sides and see what you like best. I'm going to use this variation. I switch it up sometimes. So assisted, just hand on a bench, on a table, or anything like that. Hand on the back of the head. If this feels like too much, then you can just lower the hand to get used to the movement. But I like getting the stretch here because it stretches out even more and through the lat. Now, assisted means that I'm just holding myself at the bottom, and again, you can take off as much weight as you want from your body weight with assistance, which is why it's so important, because if you get pain when you do it body weight, then you're actually going backwards in progress and you're going to end up injured. So that's when you see people that say, oh, this movement's bad because it puts too much force on an area and you'll get injured. That's not true. It's too much for you, and that's why you would get injured. But for me, now at this point, you can do these movements and load them, and it's completely safe because I've built up to the ability, and that you can do the exact same thing. So assisted is where you can start, and over time, as you get stronger, one day you're going to try it body weight and it's going to feel great. So then you're going to start doing your reps there. I like, for this QL raise, doing it in lower reps. So some people do them in higher reps. I like lower reps so that at the bottom of the rep, I do a 5-second pause. So I go and then back up. Maybe that's not exactly 5 seconds, but I just like counting by my breath so I'm not tracking on a timer or something like that. Now the QL raise goes from assisted to body weight. Then you can safely start loading it with a dumbbell. I wouldn't go past this because you can just use as much weight as you want, and you're only using a weight and a range of motion that you can do without pain. The Elephant Walk and the QL raise alone can make a very solid foundation for a back transformation, but I'm also going to highlight the importance of a back extension bench if you have one at your home or at your gym. If you don't have one at your home, but you have a little bit of extra cash available, this saved me from having to get surgery, and it was 150 bucks. So that's a perfect combination for me. I like that math. Now, I did not start where I'm about to show, single leg and with additional load. This is what I do in my training sets now. But I do not expect you to start here, and I definitely did not. Where I started was double leg, just getting used to holding up my body weight with my lower back, because it's something that you actually don't do much in life. So if you haven't ever trained this, then it's something that you probably are really, really weak in. So just getting used to holding top positions, build up to 30-second holds before adding in gradual movement if it's pain-free. If you start moving and it's causing pain, stick to top holds and don't move, just to get used to holding yourself with the low back. Then over time, gain more range of motion, bend at the back, extend through the back again. 5 seconds at the top before lowering back down. Then before building up in weight, start doing single leg reps. I don't know what level this would be considered. I guess top hold is level 1, gradual movement is level 2, full reps is level 3. So single leg would be your level 4 before adding level 5, which is with additional weight. I've had 2 phases in my life. Phase 1 was avoiding all of my issues. Phase 2 was confronting all of my issues. When I did used to avoid all my issues, I remember countless nights waking up in the middle of the night with sciatic pain so bad that I had to crawl out of bed and then get up gradually as my sciatic nerve let up. Now confronting my issues, I haven't had anything like that in years. So I encourage you, take the route of confronting your issues, start putting in the work, and you will reap the rewards of it. And specific to this video, if you do have back imbalances, then just start working up through these progressions. Even if you don't have equipment, start working the QL raise, start working the elephant walks, and make some progress. I'm gonna keep posting more of these videos every single day to help you out along the way. And if you do wanna be a part of our service, we provide programs, we provide coaching, and it's all hosted on our pain-free app, which I'll link in the description under this video.